Welcome everyone, I'm Dr. Darryl Wolf and this is DocStar TV. And today what we're going to be talking about is this. Think about this. Perfect circulation equals perfect health. Now take a look at anything that you want, whether you're talking about a lung problem, sinus problem, migraine headache, whether you're talking about a hearing problem, whether you're talking about arthritis, whether you're talking about colitis, whether you're talking about a bladder infection, okay, whether you're talking about endometriosis, okay, whether you're talking about a fibroid, whether you're talking about a tumor, whether you're talking about a pimple or a cyst. Hey, how am I doing, right? But let's talk about what everybody knows. What about heart disease? Oh, well, that's a big one. How many people know that right now that we're looking at anywhere, depending on what state or what province or part of the world you go into, it's an average of 50 to 60% of the population that has heart disease. Okay. How many people understand that 50% of the population, okay, will experience, okay, a life-threatening autoimmune situation, which is called cancer. And I call it stage 4 inflammation. Now, you know that you can't have inflammation if you've got perfect circulation. How many people know that you can't have stiffness, swelling, inflammation, or pain, okay? You can't have any of these things, okay, if you've got perfect circulation. Okay. If you've got perfect circulation, you've got energy. If you've got perfect circulation, you've got perfect healing. And also, you're not going to get sick. How many people know that you actually get sick, okay, because of stagnation? Stagnation is caused from infection. And when you have stagnation, it goes from what? Stagnation to inflammation, whether it's in your bowel or whether it's in your heart or whether it's in anywhere. So you go from stagnation. Infection creates stagnation, which causes inflammation, which causes scar tissue formation, which causes you pulling calcium from the closest area to wherever the inflammation is, which causes more decrease in your circulation. If there was a river and there was a beaver dam, would it flow properly? No, it would slow down and things would back up. Let's talk about heart disease. How about this? Did you know that you could have a 90% blockage in your heart? A 90%. And you could actually come onto a cardio med bed, okay? And you could, which we're going to be talking about today, cardio med bed. And you could go on a cardio med bed for 35 to 37 hours and you would rebuild a brand new set of arteries. You heard what I said. The arteries would actually build around the blocked arteries and give you a brand new set. Oh, so go ahead. Go get your heart stents, okay? All right? Go get heart surgery, all right? Angioplasty. Or maybe what you could do is you could do the most powerful circulation device in the world, which is called a cardio med bed. And when you do a cardio med bed for 1 hour, okay, did you know that it's the most powerful exercise? There's nothing better. Gym, going to the gym, swimming, bike riding, okay? Did you know that when you do a cardio med bed, it will get your joints mobile again? It will actually help to restore any kind of condition in the pelvic area, in the abdominal region, in the lungs, in the heart. How about this? Actually returning proper blood supply to the brain. What happens is these cuffs that are on the legs of Lori, when they contract, we got 60% of the blood supply heading to the top of the body. And guess what? We've got a specialist on the line, and her name is Marie, and we're going to be talking here, and we're going to be talking about how cardio med bed, okay, and also another energy medicine device that we have called Cellsonic, which we've brought them together to call them the Power Pack. And this is the most powerful power pack for practitioners and patients. And we are right now going around and setting up power packs in health clinics around the world. And understand something. There's nobody that gets the results that we do. Between doing a cardio med bed, between using a Cellsonic that has 25,000 volts put into a love harmonic field, guess what? Nobody's getting these results, especially when you kick in Wolf non-surgical, you kick in things like vaginal infusion, the ultimate coffee enema, clapping, okay, belly button therapy, the perfect day diet, advanced water fasting. Let me tell you something. It doesn't matter what our government throws at us. It doesn't matter what corporations are going to throw at us. It doesn't matter what these people are going to do when they unite. Because guess what? Did you ever notice when something gets thrown at us and then we think it's the end, we discover something new? Well, welcome to Planet Earth, a life-threatening, fun-filled adventure where if you stay calm, connect to your breath, have a slight smile, and just stay there, okay? There's always going to be an answer. All right? So I'd like to welcome on right now, okay? I'd like to welcome Marie. And also we have Shalou, who is a master trainer. Here's Marie, everyone.
Hello.
Hi, Marie.
How are you today?
I'm fantastic. So, Marie, you have been involved with Cardio Medbed for how long?
Since 2001.
Okay. So,
quite a bit of time.
So I just told everybody, okay, that you could actually have a blockage in your heart, which everybody thinks is the end of the world, and they could actually go on a cardio med bed, okay, and spend 35 to 37 hours, and they would have results that most people would call a miracle.
Yes, we've seen those miracles. Yes, we have.
All right. So can you just give us some of the science about the cardio med bed?
Sure. So let's start in 1954. The Chinese wanted to create a treatment for patients who had chest pain. And these patients were non-responsive to anything else. So they invented a product that basically is squeezing the legs to force the flow of blood to the extremities. Now, when you do that, you actually bring blood flow to blocked areas of the body. So it was really interesting. They started using this therapy just for chest pain, but as a result, there were many other things that were discovered. And so what you are saying is, yes, chest pain. Yes, our government only allowed us to use this device, is only allowing us to use this device for chest pain in the medical setting. But now in the holistic setting, it is very, very exciting that we get to explore all of the other wonderful things that the cardio med bed does, the compression therapy does. We've had, we treated patients for chest pain, angina, irregular heartbeat, shortness of breath, heart failure. So we started treating patients for these things. And then we discovered that their breathing started improving. They started having, better levels of oxygenation. They started having lower blood pressure. These patients were not as
Marie,
fatigued.
Can I talk about the oxygenation?
Please.
Okay, so just know this. It's not me. This is real science. This is something true. Dr. Otto Warburg is the only person that ever received the Nobel Prize for discovering the cause of cancer, which we call stage 4 inflammation. And the reality is, guess what? Does anybody know why that happens? Well, because of lack of oxygen. If a cell goes with lack of oxygen 35% for 3 days or more, it has to mutate. It has to change, because then it can live off of lactic acid, uric acid, okay? It can live off the sugars that people that are snuck in their foods and they don't even know they're taking, because right now, did you know that people are eating 10 to 20 times more sugar because they think they're off of sugar, but every processed food, if it doesn't come straight from the garden, has it in it, and they don't even have to tell you. But let's go back to the so-called cancer cell, which is just a cell that says, I don't want to die, and there's a lot of sugar in this body. There's a lot of lactic acid in this body. So what happens is it feeds on the lactic acid. And understand something, it's all about circulation, no matter what illness that you're talking about, whether you're talking about breathing I mean, the cardio med bed, we've seen it with people that have breathing disorders. In the first treatment, they can breathe better. And if I can say this, everyone, we will go in there with Wolf non-surgical and work in between the ribs and open up the lungs, because that's what you do. When you open up and work in between the ribs and you get rid of the scar tissue, even without the cardio med bed, we can increase it by 25 to 35%. And then with the cardio med bed, we're increasing, and we see it, 50 to 70% increase in oxygen. And remember something, did you ever hear the doctor say, oh my God, you cannot increase, okay, the circulation of a tumor or a cancer cell? Well, the only way you're going to do that is if you use sugar, okay, or if radiation will do it. Anything that's acidic will do it. But if you increase the circulation in the body, that actually brings down the circulation of the tumor or the cancer, because cancer has its own circulatory system and it does not like increased nutrition or increased oxygen. So don't be confused that if you were to increase your circulation, that you're actually increasing the circulation and causing more trouble when it comes to things like stage 1, 2, 3, or 4 inflammation. Go ahead, Marie.
That is excellent. You are correct. Circulation and oxygenated blood flow to every extremity of the body is the key to longevity. As a matter of fact, our skin, being the largest organ on our body, benefits tremendously from ECP. ECP is an amazing anti-aging device. We're talking about, yes, you may want some increased energy, you may want some better digestion, you may want some better...
Lost her?
I think we lost her. Can you find out where she went? But understand something, when you get on the cardio med bed, you're increasing circulation on all levels. Now, understand, when we use the cardio med bed, and I'm going to have Shalou turn it on so you can listen to it. The cardio med bed, okay, is an amazing device. And when we team that up with Cellsonic, which is a 25,000 volt, okay, device, okay, what happens is, oh, here she's back. When you team that up, and then you also team that up with Wolf non-surgical, understand something, we'll go in and we'll open up the scar tissue. What do you think is going to happen when we have the best circulation flow? Okay? All right, go ahead, Marie. Go ahead, Marie.
About that. So aside from having improved...
She's cutting out. 1 second, please, everyone.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
It says poor connection. Poor connection.
1 second, please.
It's a live show.
Yeah, when you know it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Did you want me to put the bed on, Kara?
Lost her.
I'm right here.
Okay, that should be better.
Okay.
Let's try that out. Thanks for your patience, everyone. There. Okay, go ahead, Marie.
So aside from having improved
It's her.
Yeah.
is it me?
Yeah, it's your internet.
My internet. I have a connection here. Did you call me on Viber or on FaceTime?
I called you on FaceTime.
Okay. Because earlier it said Viber. Can you hear me now? How about if I try calling you?
On this phone, though.
Yes. I'll call you right back.
Thank you.
Let me try that.
Okay, while she's doing that, Shalou, why don't you show what it looks like and what we're doing, okay?
There we go. Ready? Yep, there it goes.
We're just running the bed. Okay, Marie, would you like to explain to everybody what we just did?
Sure. What was happening is basically the cardio med bed was squeezing the legs, the calves, the thighs, and the buttocks, and they were squeezing and contracting to force the flow of blood to the extremities. And as a result of that, you are now getting oxygenated blood, and you are developing collateral passageways around any blockage, and you are forcing oxygenated blood to extremities that as we age, we don't have the ability to do. Your hands, your feet, your brain. The only way you can get oxygenated blood, really good oxygenated blood up there, is by exercising ferociously. And what you just did was exercised, and you didn't have to get on a bike or take a step.
This is the most, Marie, this is the most powerful exercise that you can do on this planet. Now think about this, everyone. Somebody who has stiff joints, somebody that's tired, somebody that has chronic fatigue, someone that cannot make energy anymore. Does anybody know why you don't have energy? The mitochondria in your cells, okay, aren't getting enough oxygen, and they're also getting calcified because of acidity. And when they get calcified, all right, you don't make enough ATP. ATP is what creates the energy. Mitochondria are the powerhouse of every cell. So whether you believe this or not, we can go anywhere in the body where there might be what they call a so-called disease. And disease is what? Lack of circulation, too much inflammation. Now, believe this or not, a cell-sonic will shut down stage 4 inflammation in one treatment right away. Now, what if we did that and then we had the cardio med bed that increases circulation more than any other device? Now, when I say that and I say stage 4 inflammation can be shut down by the cell-sonic, understand something. I did not say cure, because I totally believe that it's lifestyle and belief systems and the way that you address stress. And if you can't address stress, then you will get issues in your tissues. I will never ever say cure, because there is no cure. There's a perfect day when you're emotionally, okay, and physically and nutritionally knowing how to love, honor, and respect your body. So understand this, a cell-sonic instantaneously will decalcify the mitochondria. That's right, it'll break the shell off. Now the mitochondria will spin not 300 to 500 times per second, but 2,500 times per second. And now we're going to put you on the cardio med bed. Now before Marie comes back on, this is what we do, along with the non-surgical and along with using different things like clapping, belly button therapy. Vaginal infusions for women is so powerful you have no idea, women. Okay, doing the ultimate coffee enema, which is the only thing that will purge the liver. But here's the deal. I'm doing a world tour right now, and we're going to continually traveling through the world. We just set up 3 new clinics with cardio med beds and cell sonics. When somebody purchases a cardio med bed, which sells for anywhere, and Marie will tell you I'm right, $150,000 to $250,000 US. We take, they're basically almost brand new. They're refurbished. We will sell them for $3,000 to practitioners. $30,000, that's what I meant. Yeah, $30,000 to practitioners. And then if the practitioner decides that they want to become a New World practitioner, they will pay $35,000, and guess what? You will get, okay, you're going to get $11,000 training, and it comes with the package, and you pay $5,000 for it. Do you understand? And that is where you come and you do whole life coach certification, Wolf non-surgical certification, and the pelvic restoration course. Let me tell you something. There is no practitioners out there that learn like we teach, and then you don't have to have these devices to become a New World practitioner. But think about this. Shalou, you had your Cellsonic and your cardio med bed, and you have your Cellsonic for how long?
A year.
A year. How long did it take you to pay off $125,000 Cellsonic, which with that, we give you another whole complete training.
Yep.
And then you also bought the cardio med bed. How long did it take you to pay off both units?
8 months.
8 months. Understand this, everyone. That's why if you go to powerpack.health or powerpack.com, go take a look at on a treatment level, or if you wanted to come and learn how to do this. We also have another Power Pack practitioner just north of Calgary. He has a Cellsonic, he has a cardio med bed. My mission, okay, we just opened up our BHN University, is to have thousands of New World practitioners that do whole life coach, Wolf non-surgical, and get as many clinics going around the world. And whether you believe this or not, every one of my practitioners, Shalou will tell you that, any practitioner will give you a money back guarantee on all your consultations. We'll give you a money back guarantee on all your Wolf non-surgical, that the first treatment will prove that you don't have to go to surgery, and you don't have to live with that limp, and you don't have to live with that cesarean scar. You don't have to live with that shoulder problem. And understand something. And for the practitioners that have these other energy medicine devices, guess what? People call it miracles, but we're going to call it everyday events. Marie?
Exactly. Because prior to all of you angels using these devices to improve the overall quality of life, Western medicine was using these devices in conjunction with surgery, in conjunction with some very strong medication. And as the patients were using these devices, they were seeing these miracles, aka everyday events. And,
without anything that we do. So just think, they got these miracles with what we do.
Exactly. So they had mini miracles, I would say, because in order to get to the point of what you're doing, they probably can't touch that. But yes, we have seen some incredible results with patients. You had patients who couldn't walk to their mailbox, who couldn't play with their grandchildren, who couldn't dance with their spouses, that after a treatment, a 35-session treatment of the cardio med bed compression therapy, they are living, eating miracles of and living, breathing, eating miracles of people. And
There we go.
So as we say, these physicians that were treating these patients just started off to get them the relief that they needed, either while they were taking medication, to get them off of that medication, or in addition to the medication, they wanted to provide this relief to the patients. But then they started finding out that this device was doing all other sorts of things, from even helping people with Parkinson's, helping people with early stages of dementia, helping people with post-stroke to regain fine and gross motor skills. All these things were just noted on patients who had comorbidities, patients who had, not only did they have the stroke, not only did they have the heart attack or the heart condition or the blockages, they had other things going on because, again, it's all circulation, right? And so once they regained the circulation, you had 90-year-olds who came into the physician's office in a wheelchair and left writing their name, signing their name, and walking with their little canes, tears running down their eyes because they were just absolutely delighted over that. This device has been known to improve kidney disease and lung disease and overall energy. And so the bottom line is, if you improve blood flow throughout your body, you're going to improve energy. And anytime a person is energetic, you know that that person is in good health. Whether emotionally or physically, that person is in good health. And an energetic person is a person that has excellent blood flow. And the bottom line is, we have many, many clinical studies, too many to list, but everything from erectile dysfunction, restless leg, all sorts of studies on the coronary artery diseases and diabetes and even...
what about varicose veins? What about cellulite? What about losing weight?
Absolutely. Weight loss is a big part of it.
Yeah.
There's actually diabetic patients are the ones that are the most obese, the ones that have coronary artery disease. And, they can't move. They have a heart condition. They have no energy. They can't move. And so doing this passive, non-surgical, non-invasive exercise not only help them to improve their pain, but also to make them lose weight. We have people that use this device for cellulite removal, which is fantastic. Who doesn't want to get some of that off? It just has so many benefits and so many uses and so many undiscovered benefits that that Western medicine has not allowed us to explore, and that you will have an opportunity to explore.
Yeah, we're not in lockdown. There's no chokehold on us.
No.
So
no.
we know that it doesn't matter. Increased circulation affects everything from a pimple to a tumor. It affects everything from a sprain to a strain to osteoarthritis. I mean, understand something, everyone. What we're going to attempt to do, and I'm doing my best at it, I'm bringing the most efficient tools, okay, to the forefront. If people want to get well today, they can. But you're going to have to do something different, okay? If you don't want to do something different, you're not going to get different, okay? If you want to keep on going down the same path as the majority, you're going to get what the majority get. If you don't want to be a statistic, then do something different, okay? Do something different. And that really is the bottom line. What do you think, Marie?
I think that's exactly correct. And to add, it is in our country's interest, or in the pharmaceutical and the insurance business interest, to keep us on pills and to keep us sick. It's a huge moneymaker. Huge, huge. Well, wellness can be a huge moneymaker too, and we can beat them at that game. And a person who is well is an incredibly functioning, productive person in society. And that's what we want to do, right? We want to be a productive person in society, and we want to live well, and we want to feel well, and we want to enjoy our lives, enjoy our children, enjoy grandchildren, and our travels and anything that we do. And you can't do that if you're constantly medicated on pills or lethargic, or you don't have that oomph anymore. And I think you guys have the power pack down. That's exactly what's going to nip it in the bud and give us all good health. And we're pretty blessed to have you, whether we come to see you for your services, or You know, you have your practitioners who are going to sign up to be these healers. It's a win-win situation for everyone. We're
Thank you.
Very fortunate and blessed to have you.
And I want everybody to know something. We're not even getting started yet. We're going to be, in the next 2 to 3 weeks, we will be releasing a show called Power Pack Health and Healing. And we're going to be bringing on the people that have Cellsonics, the practitioners that have Cellsonics, the practitioners that actually have a cardio med bed. And they're going to be giving their stories. We are not promising cures, so let's just make this perfectly clear. All we're doing is assisting the body to come back into alignment, to come back into harmony. Okay, if you've got perfect circulation, if you've got no inflammation, if you've got no scar tissue formation, and we're able to get back the calcium back into the bones so you don't have calcification, I just hit every illness on the planet. And I am willing, lovingly willing, to debate any practitioner, doctor, on this topic in a loving way. Let me know if you'd like to do that, because I know that we found the holy grail of healing. And we are going to, if anything, be a threat, but we are not threatening anyone. Because understand, everybody out there, no matter what field you're in, I need you to sit back for a second, get out of your poverty thinking, and stop thinking we're going to steal business, when right now 86 to 92% of the population has 1, 2, 3 autoimmune diseases. 64% of all children have what? A chronic disease. So I don't think you're going to run out. So if you don't have a lot of business or success, just understand something. You might want to take a look at your strategies. You might want to take a look at the way you think. And you might want to take a look at not just treating your patients, but guess what? Training them how to master the perfect day from the moment they rise until they close their eyes. I don't know anybody else who has worked 40 years on this. We will do a consultation for our patients for $150, and they will get a manual that is worth $800 called the Perfect Day Manual, a 400-page manual that'll show everything and how they got to where they got to, and logically how to get out of there. And we will give you a money-back guarantee in our consultations and our treatments. You have to understand something. Here's my deal. If your practitioner isn't giving you a money back on the first treatment to prove to you that he can wow you and that he actually knows the cause of your symptoms, and all symptoms are just signals of your body saying you're out of alignment. And if you're going to the same practitioner for more than 3 months and you haven't seen amazing things happen to your body, well, then guess what? And why is it that people are continually going back to the same practitioners, the same modalities that everyone else has gone to without results? So understand, break away from the path, break away from the herd, and if you want something different, you're going to have to do different. You're going to have to invest some time, some energy, and yes, some money. But you know what the biggest problem you're ever going to have is learning how to love and care for yourself, because in this world right now, it's called a selfish act, and it is not. Understand something. Love is not a relationship. Love is emotion that creates the most energy when self-served. Marie?
I completely agree. Absolutely. If you can't love yourself first and take care of yourself first, how are you going to have any energy and the love for anyone else? I've always said, this has been my motto, the only way to be healthy is in between ears. If you can't be healthy in between the ears, then that causes a lot of problems, a lot of toxicity in the world, a lot of toxic thoughts, put a lot of dis-ease in our body, right? Dis-ease. We're in a state of not being at ease with ourselves, and we have a lot of that. We have a lot of mental health issues, which, of course, ECP there's also been some studies on mental health, overall well-being. So it's just the tip of the iceberg. I think that this this product should be out there. These products should be out there for everyone, and we need to help spread the word and make people aware that there are alternatives, and they don't need to go into that physician's office with dread and just knowing that they're going to be prescribed another pill, and that miracle is not going to come because they're going there to get sick, not to get better. And I say this being the sister of two physicians, and so sometimes we disagree lovingly, like you say, but when it comes to this sort of thing, you can't dispute the fact that you've got to get that circulation going in order to heal everything, and we're very pleased to have this device for you.
Thank you, Marie. Is there anything else you'd like to leave people with before we go?
Well, I say that, for me, I always have to motivate myself to exercise. And for those people who are struggling with poor health right now, if they took a couple of sessions of the cardio med bed, not only would they start seeing improved health, but they would have improved tolerance to exercise. So if you want to get motivated to start feeling better, this is just the kickstart that you need to overall well-being. And thank you very much for bringing me on and letting me be part of your interaction.
Thank you for all the information that you've given us today on the cardio med bed. And just so you know this, everyone, we will have Marie coming back on again, and because we really want to get this information out. Thank you, Marie.
Lots more to
Bless
share.
you, love.
Thank you so much.
Hey, everybody, I want to thank you for joining me. And just if you want more information, you can go to, powerpack.health, powerpack.com, your choice. Go to docofdetox.com and click on PowerPack at the top of docofdetox.com. And just know you can call me if you have any questions at 469-861-9454. And that's a direct USA line. Or you can call it on WhatsApp or my 800-855-900-4544, extension 5. We talk a big game, but the reality is the proof is in the pudding. And I'm going to tell you something right now. Massive personal action is what we need to do. And understand something. You're not broken, okay? All right? You're just running belief programs and you're trying to use strategies that so many millions before you have failed at. Have you not noticed that? Give us a try because we mean the very best for you. Also, you can check out my library at docofdetox.com. It's totally free. There's more information there that will help you to self-empower yourself, okay? We will be coming back on again and talking about this topic, but understand this, okay? All right? What you think, what you drink, and what you eat, and what you speak, okay? All right? Observe and learn, okay? And understand something. You've only began your journey, okay? And remember something. It's called self-love is the only true love that can be permanent, and self-care is the only health care. God bless and thanks for joining us.